Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Faezlan Amry bin Dausim. I am 20 years old. I'm from group BA 2422A. So today I would like to talk about recruitment mistake. Before we go to the mistake, we must know about the meaning of recruitment. Recruitment will refer to the process of identifying, attracting, interviewing, selecting, hiring, and onboarding employees. In other words, it involves everything from the identification of a staffing need to fill it. There are 15 components in recruitment. Firstly, identifying the hiring need. Devise the recruitment plan, write a job description, advertise the position, recruit the position, renew application, interview, application assessment, background check, decision, reference check, job offer, hiring, onboarding. There are 6 types of recruiting. The first is internal recruiting, the second, retainer recruiting, the third is contingency recruiting, the fourth is staffing recruiting, the fifth is outplacement recruiting, and the last one is diverse recruiting. Now we understand about the recruitment, so we can go through to my topic. The first mistake is not creating an accurate job description. The company must describe the job accurately and honestly in the company advertisement. If the company don't do that, the company cannot to attract candidates with the qualities and abilities that the company looking for. I hope you understand about the first mistake. Now we go to the second mistake. The second mistake is failing to consider recruiting from within. Sometimes the best candidate could be right under your nose. It means the company that don't need to find new workers from outside. The company just need to offer among employees within the company. It can make economic sense to fill role internally, as it cuts the cost, time associated with advertising for external candidates. Also, an existing staff member will be familiar with your organization process, values, and mission. The third mistake is some managers use only an interview to evaluate the potential candidate, but it is the best method. A candidate may say or do anything to get the job that you are offering. Consider giving her a test or exercise to find out how she might perform on the job. For the example, the company can use inbox and recruitment test to reveal how good she might be at planning, organization, and communicating. I hope you all understand my explanation so far. So we can go through the mistake number 5, hiring people less qualified than you. In a New York Times interview, American entrepreneur Guy Kawasaki said, A player hire A plus player, but other hire player their skill to make themselves look good. So B player hire C, and player C hire player D. So this is the example lah. Some managers are afraid of taking on someone who is more confident or talented than they are, because they feel he may be a threat to their position. But smart managers know they need to bribe people to share their insight and bring their strengths to the team. Hiring people who are better than you can improve your own skill and drive your business forward. A good example to follow is that of renowned US automotive executive Lee Iacocca, who said, I hire people brighter than me and then I get out of their way. The mistake number 6 is rejecting an overqualified candidate. It's tempting to reject an overqualified candidate either for the same reason in mistake number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, or because the company afraid that the candidate will become bored and leave the organization for a more satisfying challenge elsewhere. But highly experienced and talented people may have skill and ability to help the company to develop the company team, even if they don't stay long, and to encourage the candidate to be loyal to your organization. Think about the opportunity for development, progression, or reward you might be able to offer of this exceptional person. Next, The mistake number 7 is ending an interview early. Organizations have occasionally ended interview early because they could tell the candidate wasn't the right fit. This can backfire. However, as the interviewer can get upset or the interview may turn around and recruiter can be surprised by what further question will reveal. In any case, if your organization command an interview early, this should be clearly expressed to candidate in advance so there are so nasty surprise in the moment. So we go to the mistake number 8. The mistake number 8 is avoiding candidate feedback. This mistake always happen in the company. It's hard to reject candidates and even harder to receive feedback from them after. But it's common recruitment mistake to believe that the feedback will always either be negative or useless. You'll be wrong on both counts. Candidate feedback has the potential to take your candidate experience and hiring to the next level. And while you may be tempted only to receive feedback from your successful hires, it's more important to gather it from the unsuccessful ones. This is for recruitment tip. The company build a candidate experience survey in your recruitment process. In Recruiter, you can use integrate questionnaire or you can use external service like Typeform to gather response. Make sure to regularly report on satisfaction, experience and interview feedback from your candidate, hire or not. The mistake number 9 is rushing the hire. Okay, the perfect candidate may not exist, but that doesn't mean the company should rush to hire just anyone. Take the time, think about what it's going to cost in time and money to hire and train someone. Only to find that she's not up to the job, you could end up having to repeat the whole process. Interview twice. If you have to end, it's necessary arrange for a freelance or external contractor to cover the role until you get the best person that you can. Last but not least, relying too much on reference. How much can the company trust the information on a resume? Almost 60% of employees has discovered a lie on a resume, according to a survey of more than 2,000 HR and recruitment manager, commissioned by US recruitment specialist career builder. For example, a candidate who claimed to be a construction supervisor admitted in his interview that he had only built a doghouse in a backyard. So, while applicant may have a list of excellent experience and qualification, you likely want to check some on detail that they provide. However, don't place too much weight on this reference. Good or bad, someone positive experience at one organization does not mean that he will automatically shine at yours. And a negative reference from a previous employer does not mean that he won't trim on your team. As we suggested earlier, the company can find out if a candidate has the right skill for the team by setting her a test or exercise that is relevant to the role that the company are advertising.